All right. Let's get into it. Good evening, Buzz humans, all pros, all ladies, smarks, hackers, part-timers, and noobs. I am Joe Fortune, the director and co-producer here at Relevant Rasslin Productions. I'm joined by my co-producer and social media manager, Chris, and our Relevant Roundtable champion, Kim. Before we get into things tonight, I want to, as always, plug the social media so you can all ride the buzzwaves with us here at Relevant Rasslin Productions. Check out all of our programming like WrestleFadia, Relevant Roundtable, and our yearly award shows, The Buzzies. Kayfabe may be dead, but originality and diversity are not. Stay relevant, stay buzzworthy. Relevant Rasslin Productions. It's still real to us, damn it. Ride the social media buzzwaves with us. Check out our Facebook group page. Check us out on Twitter at Relevant Rasslin. Hashtag Relevant Rasslin Productions. Hashtag Relevant Rasslin. Hashtag Are You Relevant? Check out the Relevant Rasslin Productions YouTube channel. Guys, viewers, buzz people, since we like to keep things as relevant and buzzworthy as possible here at RRP and always push the buttons, screw the social norms, do whatever the hell we want, we are proud to bring you our latest piece of buzzworthy programming, Relevant Real Talk. Relevant Real Talk is a rundown style discussion show which covers the most relevant and buzzworthy controversial news headlines and rumors in the world of professional and independent wrestling. No topic is off limits. This is a no holds barred debate. You can walk the walk. Can you talk? The buzzworthy talk. Masks off. Sit down. Be humble. Or don't. If you aren't offended yet, prepare to be. Tonight it's going to be. I don't know the language. Chip and I will be debating 5 topics that Chris has chosen, each with increasing controversy. No points are winners. Opinions only. Guys, it's going to be a good one tonight. Keep it relevant. Keep it buzzworthy. Guys.
You got to put like one of those disclaimers on it.
Guys, John Cena with the mixtape. Hulk Hogan with the sex tape. The Miz in the shower. JBL with the butt rape. I'm going to hand this over to Chris now.
Oh, man.
And we'll get into our first.
Let's get into our first debate, guys.
Controversial subject.
What a handoff. The butt rape.
Up Goldberg as a very undesirable champion. Lesnar seems to be falling into the same category. He is not expected to be back on WWE TV until at least the end of the month, and his next title defense won't be until June, thus breaking the 30-day title defense rule. However, it's been rumored that upon his return, Lesnar will be working programs with Strowman, Balor, Rollins, Reigns, and Jeff Hardy. Is it fair for Brock to be the only monthly title defenses as well? Paul Heyman has constantly pushed the idea that Lesnar is the Andre Giant type mega attraction and therefore should be featured as events worthy as such greatness. Why is Brock Lesnar the exception to the rule? Joe, you want to start?
Dude, how can you even have a fucking show that's your A brand and you don't have your champion on there? I mean, to me, that just blows my mind. If I was the booker, I would... Dude, I'd have to make it known that, like, whatever, dude, they're not hurting for money, so I don't know how they're not throwing more money at Brock for him to work more dates and show up more. It's just ridiculous.
But do you think that Raw, as, like, a programming is hurting without a world champion being present every week?
I think Raw has been hurting for the past 18 years, but without a good writing staff being present every week. But, dude, I mean, of course they need a world champion. It's the A-brand show. It's WWE. Dude, you got to have your world champion there. I really don't understand the universal champion at that. I don't know. It's Brock. I get it. But the thing about Brock is this guy is probably the most believable wrestler in the ever. So, like, I don't get why, like, he's not just on more programming. It's ridiculous.
Tim, what do you think?
Well, to coin off a phrase that Joe just said, it's Brock.
Yeah,
And that's the thing I don't, and I get it, but that's the thing I don't understand is that why out of everyone, it is Brock Lesnar, like insane athlete and whatnot, but why is he the exception to literally all the rules?
Dude, he doesn't have to get a drug test, and he doesn't have to wrestle.
Yeah, and I get like the whole thing about like the exclusivity and stuff like that because I do enjoy that. I don't think they've done this 30-day rule where they just don't really give a shit about it.
But do they have like if Brock's not the champion, then like what do they have for him? Oh, for him to feud with like Undertaker or somebody. So it's like I get like having to constantly keep this guy in the title picture, but
no, and I get that, but then maybe why don't they build someone like they build him? You know
like,
what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's what they're trying to do with Braun or whatnot, but unfortunately, once again, he's hurt. And now you're in a day and age where people are getting hurt left and right. And if they're not getting hurt, they're being watched or something. When back in the day, like, you rarely heard of someone getting hurt. And if they were out of action, it was like severe injury. Now it's like you have like a hiccup of a concussion. It's like, okay. You have to go through all the steps.
Won the championship though, right? We had to shake up. We still like Brock's the Universal Champion. He's nowhere to be found. So right now, the only single title that's on Raw right now is the IC title held by Dean Ambrose. So like
the thing that gets me is they don't even like address Lesnar. Like if he's not there, he's not fucking there, and it's just so ridiculous that you don't even like address the fact that you. I mean, they kind of think like on last week on Raw, not this stupid London over the across the seas, over the bridge one, whatever the hell you want to call it. This atrocious Raw that we were subject to this week, but last week's Raw, which was no better. They may have made mention or something about Brock Lesnar or maybe the world title or Paul Heyman, but it's like if he's not there, he's like non-existent. I just don't understand how they're living like these parallel universes where it doesn't exist.
I think they referred to it because that's how the IC title thing got started. Oh, because Balor came out and was like, oh, like anyone has the Lesnar, blah, blah, blah. And they came out, and then fucking after the three of them came out, Ambrose was like, basically, I'm the only guy with the title. So if you're going to fight for any title, you're going to fight for mine.
Now I get it. Now this is why I look at it. Like, okay, Brock Lesnar's not around, but why is Paul Heyman not around? Why is Paul Heyman supposed to be the mouth of Brock Lesnar, the spokesperson? So why is he not getting like involved in any of these storylines? Because like right now, we don't even have a number one contender for the Universal title when he comes back. We can only assume it could be Strowman, Balor, Rollins, or whatever, based on like rumors. But like nothing's been set in stone. No number one contenders match has been put together or anything. So like,
well, it was going to be Strowman, and now he's gone. So what are they? I think they're going to put a tournament together or something.
He won this belt at Mania. When is he defending it? In June at Great Balls of Fire?
But it's like, dude, we already saw this like 2 years ago in like 2013 or 14 when he first did this thing. And it's like, we've been here before. Like our fucking headline says, like we already seen this. And I mean, it's Brock. I get it. But the guy's like, he's fucking the most believable wrestler there is. Like, you know, people
but I
are
think the unstoppable force is almost to run its course for him at least with the landscape.
They've never really had a situation like this where the champion just doesn't want to be there. But like I said, dude, they're not hurting for money. They got all this money, right? They're doing all this, like, got all these new revenue streams. They got the network, all these sales from Mania merchandise. Like, you can't throw some more money at Brock to get him to like show up more.
Maybe it's not about the money.
Dude, I'm sure once he comes back, though, like, they'll have great matches, though. I mean, like, the guy does deliver in matches, but we don't see enough of him. And we don't see enough of him to care about a title that really we don't care about to begin with.
Because no one's made us care about it.
Maybe John has. John Cena.
No. Owens did a good job, but no one's really going to be like, oh my God.
Yeah, dude, Owens had a terrible run. Goldberg had a great run. And, you know, I don't know. Brock's just getting away with like everything here, dude. It's great.
All right, next question, guys. Freak a leak. Following up on a previous topic, let's get into some even more personal than social media, texting, or even more specifically, sexting. Dirty texts, nudes, videos, it's all sexy, fun, and games until someone gets leaked. As of late, it seems to be the glorious ladies of wrestling are the targets of a string of recent photo links. Paige, Victoria, Celeste Boland, Caitlyn, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair have all fallen victims of their personal photos leaked to the public eye. Since these were private photos leaked by the hackers, it shouldn't affect the performance job status, but it certainly affects their livelihood and privacy and such. Is nothing safe in the cloud? Should we refrain from sending photos or sex to a partner for fear of a leak? Who could possibly be responsible for this, and how easy is it that something like this is likely to occur again?
All right, dude. Like, who doesn't sext and who doesn't text, right? And dirty text and take videos. It's dude, like, this is how our fucking generation communicates. This is how we get laid. This is how we get dates. This is how we do our thing. This is how we get our side bitches. And that's the risk that we're taking by sending this shit to a partner. There's always a risk of like a jealous partner, ex-partner doing something fucked up and leaking your shit. And, you hope that since you have pictures of them and they have pictures of you, it's collateral damage or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, like, it's still fucked up. These people are celebrities and they have more at risk than we do. Doesn't mean that they shouldn't be able to live their lives and have their personal lives, but it's very hard for them to separate it. And, we have to suspend our suspension of disbelief that these are fucking, wrestlers. And like, some people are probably just out to ruin celebrities' good times and just ruin them. Yeah, of course we all want to see the leaks when they come out. I mean, who doesn't? It's like, who doesn't want to see a naked, gorgeous woman? Who doesn't want to see a gorgeous woman on wrestling? I mean, when I was little, I always wanted to see Sable's tits and Sunny's tits. And I probably downloaded pictures from like an AOL that were like, somebody cut Sunny's head out and copied on somebody else's body or whatever. But still, who didn't want to see Sable when she was in Playboy? But that's different. That's these women. And when Sunny and Sable and all the girls are in Playboy and they're doing their thing, that's their choice to be in there. Nobody wants their fucking pictures.
Well, yeah, this is personal.
It's grimy, dude. It's grimy. It's shitty. Like, I don't know anything about hacking or leaking people's shit. And like, I mean, I'm not going to say I haven't thought about putting girls' pictures out that I banged or exes when I was mad, but I'm not going to do that. And these people have a lot to fucking lose. And it's fucked up, man. Like,
now, my question to that is, being say you're a celebrity, shouldn't you be more cautious of like sending? I mean, as like an individual, you have the freedom to do whatever you want, but like as a celebrity, you should like know the risk involved. That like there is some like people out there that are very technically advanced that are able to like leak and like go into these clouds and everything. But like, you think being a celebrity, you should like be mindful of your actions?
Well, it's like what it is at the end of the day, if you don't want it out there, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, you could save that and commit it, you're fucked. Like, in the day and age we have now, the technology, it's crazy. Like, it sucks that all this is happening. It must be horrible for them. But I wonder, why all of this and so much?
Yeah, but look at somebody like Paige, dude, whose career is already like fucked up. She's young. She obviously has social issues. She obviously is bipolar. She's depressed.
But also too, you look at it too. It's not even just her. You had Xavier Woods in that movie.
Yeah, but
for the record, though, Paige's like status with WWE was going downhill before the leaks even came out.
Yeah, and that's just due to her injury and her failing, her wellness policy failings. But, dude, I also feel like, I don't know, dude. I really thought she was good, and I thought she was like something special when she got brought up from NXT, and I really don't know how she just dropped the ball. Maybe she really has, I don't know,
It
dude.
comes
Maybe
like
she has mental issues that she really needs help with. Maybe there's like, she's obviously an alcoholic. That's one thing. You know, she's got Alberto, and they're all over social media, which is like the worst way to have a relationship. So it's already showy. So people already have like this terrible like image of Paige in their head, and you know. The worst was that all those videos got leaked to Paige, and that they happened to be like threesome videos. You know, you got pictures of like Charlotte just showing off in front of the mirror. Same thing with like Victoria. You know, those are obviously like sent to her boyfriend. But then people are just gonna like drag Paige's name in the mud. And ironically, she did put this tweet out last year that said that when she was in an Uber, the driver asked her if she was a porn star. But that's not what she's trying to do, dude. And making fucking videos and stuff doesn't make you a slut. And I'm not here to get on no fucking feminist rant or none of that shit. But you can't just like slut shame people because, like, dude, like, you know, like freaking Jay-Z said, like, bitches, you know, bitches are pimps too. You know, girls do their thing, guys do their thing, and just because we document it doesn't mean like it needs to be fucking leaked out there. It's just fucked up to invade people's privacy like that. Like, if that happened to me, I probably wouldn't care because I don't have shit to lose. But when you're like a role model for like little girls and shit, it sucks.
Little girls.
You know? Tim, you have anything else to add on that?
No, not really.
That's all right. All right.
All right. You guys ready for the next one?
Oh yeah, dude.
No, I'm not ready.
Let's get there. I
don't know the language relevant.
All right.
Thing.
The headbutt heard around the world. If you guys haven't seen this match, do yourself a favor, enjoy it. Anyways, rising new Japan Pro Wrestling star Shibata was on his way once again becoming one of the company's top competitors on a night that could seemingly make or break his career in a match that he earned against the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Okada by winning the shit's J Cup. Shibata was poised to raise straight up fighter. Perhaps that was Bravatodo. I have no idea. But anyways, that caused Shibata to execute a move which would soon spell the end of his career. He delivered a headbutt, which would only be described as a melon smashing against the wall with a sickening thud, and cracked his head against Okada's, causing blood to pour from his own forehead. After the match, Shibata collapsed into the locker room and was rushed to the hospital.
He died.
He was diagnosed with a severe concussion and subdural hematoma. As expected, many industry names have spoken out and expressed their concerns over this incident. Specifically, Vince Russo and Disco Inferno, who have both had been advocates on their disdain for the strong style, high spots, unprotected head bumps, no selling that is so many performers today are implementing in their tour. We all know wrestling is fake fighting, but this knowledge caused wrestlers to attempt to preserve the legacy of the business by executing real moves. Is selling dead? Names like Chris Benoit and Daniel Bryan immediately come to mind when speaking about career-ending injuries due to head trauma.
Look, dude, we saw the match, and that was fucking disgusting, dude. You could hear, like, you literally heard.
Sometimes I can't even see it. Just like that, just the idea of someone's head smashing to someone else's, and just like it freaks me out.
Dude, there's like, okay, I used to be a big fan of the hardcore shit and the high spots and all that, and then I really started to be smart about things and look at wrestling as a business. And dude, it's ridiculous when you have guys out there who are breaking their asses in these 20-minute matches, and they're doing all these fucking head bumps, and they're getting kicked in the head, and they're not selling, and they're just trying to like push the limits. I mean, you got somebody like Seth Rollins who's a fucking awesome. He sells awesome. You know, but he'll do, he'll get his knee worked on for half of the match, and then he'll forget about it and hit 6 spots, and then then go back to selling. And it's like there has to be consistency in the selling. There has to be consistency in the psychology of the moves and the match and the storytelling. And dude, just the head bumps are kind of like getting ridiculous. I mean, I don't know what it is in Japan. You can watch any of these old All Japan videos from the 90s, and they're all taking fucking tiger suplexes, German suplexes on their heads. And you would used to think that it was like conditioning that would make them, like that. But dude, with all this brain damage and shit, it's like Masawa dying in the ring, and people are getting hurt all the time, dude. I mean, even recently in Ring of Honor, not even a head bump, but you know, when TK O'Ryan did that moonsault and snapped both of his fucking ankles, you know, on the guardrail. It's like, at what point is it like, you don't have to get all your shit in to have a good match, you know, have a good match, get in a couple spots and just do spots that make sense. Like, you know, protect your fucking neck, protect your head.
I think they're all forgetting like the whole objective like of a match. You're supposed to tell a story, right? You would say, right?
A believable story at that, dude. It's fake fighting.
Supposed to evoke emotion.
Yeah, but dude, it's fake fighting too. Like it, but fighting nonetheless. Like, how many times can I realistically hit?
Not fake.
How many times can I realistically hit someone in the fucking skull
It's
before, you know, they're gonna drop?
Well, yeah.
You got guys like Zayn and Owens. Like, you know, I like them a lot, but they're out there dropped on their head and then pop right back up.
Yeah, but then it's clearly taken years and years off of countless people's fucking careers. Like, if, you know, people didn't go as hard as they would have, Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him, would still be wrestling today. God knows how many other wrestlers, but that's, I would say, the most current one to date out of all of it. But, you know,
look at even more recent with Jeff Hardy and Sheamus, like unprotected, kicked his two front teeth out.
Exactly, dude. Knocked his fucking tooth square out of his mouth. No need to do that.
Yeah, but
and Sheamus has been reprimanded and scolded for being fucking rough with people before. So
yeah, but also too, how far back can we go about this whole selling dead thing? You know what I mean? Like maybe early 2000s when I first started watching Ring of Honor, seeing like how many people get kicked out of finishers.
Yeah, and now look at how even Gabe Sapolsky has evolved his booking style with Evolve. He doesn't do matches like that anymore. He doesn't do spot fests. He barely does hardcore matches.
Oh yeah,
if he does, it's a
completely different.
Feud. It's a blow-off feud like he did recently with like Ethan Page and Darby Allin. And we were at that fucking show, Chris, and what happened? Oh, Darby Allin got his fucking elbow ripped open.
Was I the one who said like, "Yo, he's injured"? And you're like, "Nah, he's selling." Like, nah, dude. I think he legit like got hurt. Like just
and
the way
he did get hurt. And
the way he was holding his arm, like he was like the shovel, right? Like the shovel's what like them open.
It's doing moves that like you didn't even really need to do, and then it's like, dude, these moves are like even more, like they're more the finishers. Like people, they're kicking out of finishers. These other moves are like more devastating than the finishers. Like I don't get it.
Well, let's be realistic. The only two finishers that matter in the world of wrestling, in my eyes, right now, is the Bayley and Sister Abigail, because nobody kicks out of those moves.
Yeah, honest. And neither of those are really like head impact moves. I mean, I guess like Bray, you know, the Sister Abigail kind of like driving, but it's not like a direct like drop on the head.
But like, how many times in a match does Bray actually execute the move? If he loses, he never. If you actually look back at like Bray Wyatt's matches, like he puts it when every time he uses Sister Abigail, he wins the match. When he ever lost his match, he never. Yeah, that's something I've always picked up over the years.
Yeah, but then you're gonna look at someone like Charlotte, who is like definitely on the course to being like the best women's one of if not the best women's wrestlers ever. And does she really need to do those moonsaults on the outside of the ring? You know, from top.
Hell no.
We get it. We get that she can do it, but like, there's no need for that. And then maybe it comes with like she needs more character development. You know. Because now she doesn't really have like, you know, they were really pushing her with like Rick there.
Yeah, but also too, maybe it's not that she needs to do it; she wants to do it.
Yeah, but is it necessary? Why? To get your shit in, to get it like over to the crowd?
Hey, but honestly, there's a lot worse things than a fucking moonsault to the outside from a top rope.
Yeah, dude, like unprotected headbutts for no foreseeable fucking reason.
Do we know the status of Shibata?
Shibata. Is he baked yet?
Shibata. Is anything?
Shibata.
What's the update with that? It's been like what?
Shibata.
Since that match.
Yeah, it's been like over a month. I believe that was at like the New Japan. It was like not at the New Japan Cup, but it was like short. He won the New Japan Cup, right? And that's how he got the title match against Okada. So this had to be in the beginning of. Even if I check my notes here, dude, check our calendar. It had to be at the end of April, dude. And now we're well into May, and dude, all the reports say that it's worse, dude. You know, it's worse than expected. You know, like we said, dude, it's like that subdermal hematoma. That means his brain was bleeding, dude, or like his muscle and that was wrapped around his brain is like bleeding his skull. There's like, dude. He's fucked up, dude, and they say he was temporarily paralyzed. Like, I don't know, dude. That headbutt freaked me out. And then I see, like, you know, Jack Gallagher does, like, this headbutt, too, and I really hope that, you know, he's not fucking really striking people. But I used to like the high spots and the crazy shit. Like, it's nuts what really can happen to people. And dude, I even saw today on some page or some group, one woman had wrote this long post on Instagram that someone she knew who was like an independent wrestler, a young guy, was like, dude, like heart problems and shit from too many strikes, you know, too many chops. Like, think of that, dude. Wrestling is already bad for the body, okay? Wrestling is already bad for the body. We know that. Like, who should be falling on their back that many fucking times, right? It's bad for the body to begin. And then, like, think about that. Like, every open strike to, like, your chest, that could collapse lungs. You know? That could collapse your lung. That could break a rib. Could smash.
What do you think going into this? Like, this is their job. Like, this is what they get paid for. Like, they don't get this is like any professional sport.
So what do we see regarding this
story? If I kick you in your fucking head, fall down, don't pop up and give me a pile driver, and I'm gonna spin around and hit you with an elbow. Like, it looks cool. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks fucking cool.
What do you think the future is?
I know that, but
down the road when it comes in terms of like the strong style, like, you think it will be
wrestling?
There's quotes out there today that say that Daniel Bryan wants to wrestle in like 3 months when his contract is up. Now, they were saying 18 months. I don't know if that was kayfabe, but they were saying 18 months when he cut that promo with Miz on Talking Smack recently. But now they're saying Daniel Bryan wants to wrestle soon. I mean, the guy just had a kid. What is he thinking?
He's not gonna wrestle.
Sometimes they just, I don't know. You just gotta know your limits, I guess. Let's go on to the next subject. Let's go to the next one.
All right.
I'm an oversharer. We all use it. It's what relevant wrestling productions that registered by. And as we know it, people get their attention, screenshot, retweeted, and remain on the internet. Social media has become so much part of our daily lives. Communication, especially in today's business society. Where do we draw the line? What point does sharing become oversharing? In many instances, social media and workplaces do not mix. How does this apply to wrestlers? How should they be allowed to use social media when their job is to? Recently, 2 instances occurred where social media and kayfabe crossed paths. Impact Wrestling star Bram was suspended from his booking in Japan. Deemed as an inappropriate post on social media. Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns were engaged in a heated blood feud on WWE program, yet were recently several pictures visiting many tourist attractions together in Rome, posted on Titus O'Neil's Twitter account. These tweets were subsequently deleted merely hours they were been posted. Should wrestlers be allowed to post tweets on their social media accounts, or their personal social medias should be posted breaking kayfabe? So pretty much, do you feel that the wrestler, like a superstar, should break character when they're using, like, they're saying at Roman Reigns WWE Twitter account, Instagram account?
Look, I've been seeing so many articles about this saying, oh, kayfabe is dead. We know this. We know that they're fucking actors, this and that. But I got to tell you, man, when I'm watching wrestling, I just want to have my, you know, my suspension of belief or whatever, disbelief. I don't know how the hell you say it right now. I'm not thinking straight. when it comes to that. But it's like, dude, I just want to forget for a while that these guys are actors, and I just want to get into it. And I feel like with the social media, it's a great platform for character development. Jericho stays in character, you know, on there, and I don't understand how they have, like, you know.
I think
the
biggest person that stays in character on social media is definitely Matt Hardy.
Exactly. Matt Hardy built his entire character pretty much through social media. That's a great example of how someone can use social media for character development. Matt Hardy,
my man from Long Island, Zack Ryder.
Yeah, exactly. Another guy who used the internet to get himself over and to stay in character. Like, dude, I mean, if I, you know, have your own personal account, you know, for your friends, your own Facebook, but like Twitter, I feel like Twitter would be a great way to engage in feuds and things like that. I know recently somebody said, you know, that, oh, why are Charlotte and Becky like wearing each other's shirts if Charlotte is a heel? And that I get, but like this Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman thing, like these guys are involved in like the biggest fucking feud. Probably my favorite feud right now, or was my favorite feud. I mean, I thought that the pay-per-view was, you know, match was awesome. Sucks that Braun's hurt now. You know, these guys, I know that when they're out, it's not fucking Braun and Roman, it's Adam and Joe. I get it, but it's not like at the end of the show we're getting like some credits are hitting, or we're saying like we're not really told that they're actors. Wrestling is like this funky, funny kind of like, you know, where you gotta like
scripted reality show in a sense.
Yeah, but exactly, but it's like it's just weird to me, dude, to see them. It's like it's become so common that
it's a male soap opera.
Yeah, but it's like, do you really want to see like good guys and bad guys out together? In Japan, they have to ride separate tour buses. I'm sure back in the territory days and even in old school WWF and maybe even recently. Well, no, now obviously they can just ride whatever fucking plane that they want. But I know that we all know it's fake. That's the point. But can't we just try to have a little fun with it and not expose it completely and have the two guys that were beating the shit out of each other and bleeding everywhere like in front of fucking Vatican? It's funny, but it's also like, just come on, man, stay in character. Like use the social media to your advantage, not to just like, oh yeah, we're normal guys.
Now, what do you think? How do you think Vince feels about all this? McMahon, like, how do you think he looks at that? Because you said like we mentioned before, the whole like they were together in Rome. It was on Titus' account, and then it was deleted. Now, like, who will give him that? Who like notified him to delete that? Would you think it was Vince himself, or like creative backstage? Like, you know, like, hey, take that.
Or maybe he was like, oh shit, maybe I should delete this.
Yeah, or some fans tweeted at him like, what are you doing? Dude, Titus is fucking up a lot. Not even we could do a whole topic on Titus O'Neil, dude, and not to like side.
We can save that. We can save that for a little. We can save that for another time. But yeah, like what do you?
Exactly, Titus has got some pretty controversial shit going on with him too.
That's my dad.
Yeah, dude.
Oh god,
he's the best dad. He is the best dad that kicks cameraman in
like,
there.
Like. Yeah, they're performers. Okay, it's like look at LeBron. Like we'll use LeBron James for example. We know LeBron James like the world famous basketball player that he is. Okay, so if he's like taking pictures of his sons, are people gonna like give him shit for it? Because like he's supposed to like show up like he's supposed to have like this like him, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's different in sports because it's not the good guys versus the bad guys. Like, yeah, somebody from the Lakers and somebody from the Clippers and somebody from the Celtics, they could all be boys and be chilling in the off season. But wrestling doesn't have an off season, and these guys are expected to be in character all the time, you know? So just try to like keep it up for a little bit. But the ridiculous part about this question and that pissed me off about this topic is this bullshit with Bram. I mean, I really don't get it. Are they that strict in Japan? The fucking guy laid in a cooler. ice cream cooler in a convenience store, and he gets kicked out. Now, I think this guy Bram used to be what, like Charlotte's husband, and he beat her or something. So maybe fuck this guy. He got what was coming to him. But I mean, really, you can't just fucking kick a guy out of a big tournament and cost him all this money just because he posted a picture of himself screwing around in a convenience store. Yeah, I guess it's like uncouth and it's bad decorum, but I don't know, man.
One thing we can all agree on, though, social media rules the world in this day and age.
Yeah, and that's what the issue was with
it's a lot of benefits. There's a lot of risks to it.
Yeah, and that's what was the topic. The issue with the last topic is like, how much can we share? How much can we send to our family? How much can we send to our friends? How much can we send to our lovers? How much can we send to just the people that we fuck? What can we really trust? Who can we really trust? It's just crazy, man. You gotta just.
I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe down the road, maybe I don't know why. I mean, yeah, WWE is very good at like getting their product out there on social media, but they should using it, like you said before, to the advantage a little bit more, build more characters. Maybe like start a feud on Twitter between, like, say for instance, like Braun Strowman and say Seth Rollins, got to a tip on Twitter. Now bring that feud onto television.
I think they've done that before.
But
I think they have done that before, but they have, they need to just focus on that and then not have these fucking guys go on vacation together.
Let's go to the last topic of the night. Hacking heat. You guys heard, but former WWE superstar Sean Waltman, aka Xpac, was detained and arrested last week to board a flight to England. The charges brought up against Waltman included marijuana and possession.
Marijuanas.
He was reported to have been detained by three customs officers who claimed to have found marijuana oil, edibles, TCH pills, and meth pills in his luggage. After being held for 2 days in jail and posted bail, Waltman took to Twitter to deny the meth possession charges and assure his fans that he has not relapsed, as he is known in the past as a heavy drug user. Pac later to his podcast once again state innocence in the matter as the meth possession charges go, and attempted to clear the situation by giving an explanation that he had yeast infection and it was in possession of yeast which falsely tested as methadone. Xpac states that in a polygraphic and hair follows test to follow, it will clear him of more severe charges and accuse him of relapse. What's your reaction to the situation?
Yeast infection. How
Yeah, dude. How does a guy get a yeast infection? All right, look, I'm not gonna act like I could do what they do and not smoke weed and be a wrestler. Especially with, obviously, we just did a whole fucking question about, we just did a whole topic about concussions and headshots and all this, and maybe if they could smoke weed, they wouldn't need to. No, maybe if they smoked weed, they wouldn't feel it as much. So fuck that. But the thing is, I would not be able to do, to wrestle and not smoke weed. I smoke weed all the fucking time. It's just how it is. But this guy, I mean, you got to be smarter, dude. What do you think? Because you're a wrestler, that you can just bring all this shit on an international flight. I mean, dude, edibles. I mean, he was kind of trying to be slick with the oil, the edibles, the pills, and shit. So maybe he thought he could get away with it. Have I brought stuff on a plane before? Yeah, of course. But I put it in my, I don't put it on my fucking carry-on. But you got to think, dude, you have an incident like this.
Put it in your butt.
Put it in your ass. Put it in wherever, dude. Put it in your vag. Do what you got to do. Put it in your dick hole, however you fucking flex it. Swallow it. But you got to think, dude.
Your dick hole.
Matt Sydal just got arrested in Japan for the same fucking thing, dude, for like possession of liquid THC. Now I don't know if he tried. I don't remember if he tried to bring it on the plane or he just got caught with the while he was over there. No, he got kicked out of WWE for smoking fake weed, and recently in Japan he got kicked out for smoking THC oil. So maybe he wanted to get kicked out of WWE. That's what I've read, or heard, but who fucking knows? I don't think anybody wants to get.
Was he wanted to play because he was like, wasn't he like intent to sell? Wasn't that the whole situation with that?
Well, dude, that's when you have that a big of an amount, they get you with intent to sell or intent to distribute. And I really don't think that that's what he was trying to do. He's just trying to sneak his shit over because he's addicted to bud and he's probably addicted to steroids. I mean, I heard on Austin's podcast, he said that he juices a lot. So maybe he thought that if he bought all this shit with him, he wouldn't have to juice. But it's like, dude, you gotta be how dumb. I don't know. It's not really how dumb can you be. Because, like, I know the feeling of trying to sneak shit in. So I fucking sympathize with the guy, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, but it's Xpac. Reputation precedes him.
Xbox been like followed through his career with controversies throughout his career.
Yeah. He had sex with a man. Sex with a man.
Yeah. Who did he? Oh, my God. Get out of here with that shit. That ain't right. That ain't right, Tim. That ain't right. That ain't right.
Yeah, it ain't right because it's wrong. Dead wrong.
We gotta see. He says he's getting a hair test. So let's see if he gets a fucking hair test. I mean, does it really matter? It's X-Pac. The guy's never gonna get back and be let back in WWE.
Is he even currently wrestling right now?
Yeah, dude. He's going to England to work in the fucking States. I don't know for what promotion. Maybe like Revolution Pro or.
I didn't even realize he was still wrestling, to be completely honest. He was just a deadbeat.
Yeah. Busting Broncos and breaking assholes.
Dude, I know that he ripped his asshole open a couple times too. Now, come on.
Yeah.
He
did.
So you got the space, essentially, to hide the drugs, but you bring them in your fucking luggage. I don't know, dude. The Matt Seidel thing.
Yeast infection in his butt.
The Matt Seidel incident was coming back to him. You gotta be careful. You know? You gotta be fucking careful. You don't come on, dude. If you're a celebrity, you can't get that shit when you go over there.
I guess not. Or not the good shit, apparently. Who knows?
He's dumb. Dumb. It's dumb Pac.
Yeah. Super dumb Pac.
Yeah. A dumb Pac.
We all could agree that he's dumb. Whatever. Be smart about it.
Dumb Pac.
You want stuff, be smart about it.
Don't be hot Pac. Don't be hot Pac. Yo, do it.
Don't be hot Pac. Well, I think we had some great point of views. I don't. You guys gave us some we had great topics, great answers around the board. I think we're going to with this. Remember, the first show, we'll only improve from here. Again, once we get more news, we'll come back at you with some more controversial topics, and we'll come back at it. But I had fun. Yeah. Joe, anything you want to add?
Buzz humans, buzz people, thank you. I didn't mean to get so heated tonight. I didn't mean to get so hot, but maybe we did. You know, me and the champ, when we get together, we smoke it down, we smoke it up, we get a little rowdy. When we get a little bit of get a little bit in the system, we ride the buzz waves together. They're not always, bright and sunny, but we keep it relevant here at Relevant Rasslin Productions. Try to keep the controversial shit. That's what we like. We like the controversial shit. We try to keep our hands clean from it, but we love to gossip. If it's relevant, it's buzzworthy, and it's
gossip time.
Some great news. We want to talk about it here on Relevant Real Talk. Whatever's real, this is our shoot fucking program. Shoot from the hip, Our life is a shoot promo, right? That's what we do. Got to keep it relevant. Got to keep it buzzworthy and real on Relevant Real Talk. This is our first episode. Had some interesting topics. What can we say to wrap it up? Hide your drugs. Protect your head. Don't take too many dick pics or dildo fucking masturbation videos. If you do not back it up to the cloud, man.
Hakuna Matata.
Hide your nudes, man. You know, protect your neck, hide your nudes. Don't take fucking pictures of yourself in foreign
You're
countries
supposed to send nudes now.
doing wacky shit.
Send nudes now.
Send nudes to us at Relevant.
Now. Yeah.
At
On
Relevant
our
Wrestling
Twitter
Productions.
page.
Post them to our Twitter page. Send us the controversial shit. Don't leak it. Don't ruin somebody's life just because you want to
look
get
it
over.
all over your face.
Like I said, watch your head. Don't do moves, guys. Don't do fucking moves just to do moves.
Don't do fucking moves.
Tell
Don't
the
do
story.
fucking moves.
Don't
We
do
want the
shit
story.
just to
We
do
want
shit.
drama.
We want you.
Don't do fucking moves.
We want you around. We want you to ride the buzzways with us. We love professional and independent wrestling, and we love controversy. That's what we do here. Like I said at Relevant Wrestling Productions, don't ever forget to ride the buzzways with us and stay relevant. Check out all our programming, WrestleFadia, Relevant Roundtable, this new one that we just debuted tonight, Relevant Real Talk, where we got real heated and we shot. But that's what we do.
By
Our
the way, I'm coming for that championship.
Oh,
very soon.
yeah. Don't forget, we got Relevant Roundtable coming up this weekend. Titles on the line. We got the predictions pool party coming up. We might be even previewing some of the crazy, awesome, fucking rad, buzzworthy tournaments coming up, like Best of the Super Juniors and the Women's Classic. You never know what we're going to do here on Relevant Wrestling because we stay buzzworthy. We stay relevant. Kayfabe may be dead, as we learned tonight, but originality and diversity are not. Stay in character, guys. Character development. Protect your neck. Hide your drugs. Hide your nudes. Relevant Wrestling Productions is still real to us, damn it. Ride the social media buzzways with us. Check us out on Facebook. Post some crazy shit and controversial topics on our Facebook group so we have topics to talk about next time. Hit us up on Twitter at Relevant Wrestling. Hashtag Relevant Wrestling Productions. Hashtag Relevant Wrestling. On YouTube, check out the Relevant Wrestling Productions page. Plenty of relevant content on there. Guys, stay relevant. Stay buzzworthy. Season 2 coming at you. Peace.